What is going on, guys? Welcome to the very first week of the WBE, the World Battle Entertainment League. Sorry, I'm sorry, I always mess things up. I'm up against Feint Attacks and the Atlanta Umbreons for week 1. I'm really sorry, I'm running a little late to the battle, so I didn't have time to put together a professional layout or anything. So yeah, this is Feint Attacks' team. He also has Magmortar, Hitmonchan, and Aerodactyl, but I expect him to bring 6 of these 7 with, I think he's definitely going to bring these first 4 to the game, and yeah, so basically I was like, okay, how do I prep for this? Because for those of you who don't know, my team is Gengar. Oh my god, I have 11 Pokemon. It's a rain team, and it's got some other Pokemon as well as the short version of it, so we don't have to go through all of it. I'm really excited to use these Pokemon. I haven't played singles in a really long time, so I'm pretty nervous going into it. But I also am excited to see how I can do and to see if I can perform in singles as well as doubles. So it's really new for me. I have a lot of learning to do. I don't really know what a lot of these Pokemon do, but I'm really excited to play nonetheless. So yeah, anyway, so I expect him to bring 6 of these 7. Roserade, Miltank, Suicune, Celesteela, Gardevoir, Kyurem, and it's a tough team to prep for because, as I mentioned, I have Pelipper, I have Kingdra, I have Ludicolo, and I have Mega Swampert, who are all really strong rain sweepers, and a lot of these Pokemon just they're pretty good against rain. Suicune obviously is amazing versus rain. Roserade resists water. Electabuzz is kind of threatening. Roserade threatens Mega Swampert and Ludicolo for super effective damage. Celesteela is it can be super bulky, and Kyurem resists water and grass, and ice isn't super effective even though it's a dragon. So basically there's a lot going on here, and Gardevoir hits things really hard. So at first when I was looking at this, I was like, I feel like I kind of want Gengar. It's good against this guy. It's like he doesn't have great switch-ins to ghost moves. He only has Miltank. Yeah, but in the end I was like basically what I came up with was, let's go back to what I decided to bring. So these are the Pokemon I decided to bring, and even though I mentioned I didn't bring Gengar, I didn't bring Ditto, I didn't bring Kingdra, what I felt was I wanted to give myself a team that had multiple answers to all of my opponent's Pokemon. So for example, he's got that Suicune, and Suicune's kind of a problem for this team, so I have 2 grass types, and he's got Celesteela. So actually Celesteela's the one Pokemon I don't have any answers for, but Gardevoir, I have Ferrothorn, and I wanted if I brought Gengar over, basically I was like, okay, I think I want Pelipper, I definitely want Ferrothorn, Landorus and Tornadus are pretty good here, Swampert's pretty good, and I was like, if I bring Gengar, then I only have 1 Pokemon that can switch into Mega Gardevoir without taking a ton of damage. So what I ended up going with was Ludicolo there. So yeah, I guess I'll just walk through the Pokemon. This is kind of going to be all over the place. I don't really know a lot about singles, so just bear with me. Yeah. Anyway, so I started off with Pelipper because in case you had a really offensive Kyurem or Kyurem in general, I couldn't think of a Pokemon that I wanted to lead versus that. Kyurem hits my team really hard, and the only Pokemon that I can really switch into a lot of its attacks is Ferrothorn. And the thing is, if he chooses to run Hidden Power Fire, then I can't lead with Ferrothorn without the rain being up. So I was like, okay, I need the rain up, which means I want to lead with Pelipper, but I don't want Pelipper to just get KO'd by Kyurem. So that was kind of a struggle I was having, and I had the idea of Choice Scarf Pelipper with U-Turn, so I can lead it and get the rain up immediately, and then just get out of there with U-Turn. With U-Turn, Hurricane, and Scald for offensive options. I could have used Hydro Pump or Brine, but I'm a VGC player, so I hate missing, so I went with Scald. I put Defog on here because Stealth Rocks is annoying. I've got 2 Pokemon that are weak to Rock, and just in general, I don't want to be taking chip damage on the switch in, so it seemed like a good move to have. Max Special Attack for the most damage output, and enough speed to outrun, I forget what it is. It's his fastest, I think it's Gardevoir. Yeah, I believe it's Gardevoir. Also, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Gardevoir. I think I didn't bother outspeeding Max Speed Electabuzz or Aerodactyl because I didn't think he was going to bring those. If he brings Electabuzz, I don't think he goes Max Speed. So, yeah, Pelipper is really important in this matchup. It's the rain setter. It's the Pokemon that, gets rid of hazards, but yeah, mostly it's here for rain. Yeah. Anyway, next up we have Ferrothorn. Ferrothorn's really important in this matchup. He doesn't have a ton of Pokemon that can switch, that can really threaten it and take it out in one shot, so it feels like a pretty important Pokemon to have. He has to rely on stuff like Focus Blast or Hidden Power Fire because he doesn't have any fire types. He can use Flamethrower or Celesteela, but a lot of his Pokemon are special, so I just put the maximum amount in special defense, the maximum amount in HP, and 4 in defense. I originally wanted Protect, but I wanted to keep both Iron Head and Bullet Seed. I chose Bullet Seed over Power Up because in case he has Substitute Suicune, I don't want to be missing or Pressure Stalled. So yeah, Leech Seed and Stealth Rock are important. Stealth Rock is pretty good against his team just to get chip damage. He doesn't have a Rapid Spinner, I don't think. I'm not even sure if he has a Defog user, so setting Stealth Rocks up early on under the cover of Pelipper's Rain could be really important in this matchup, so that's the plan with that. And then Leech Seed is good because Ferrothorn's really important in this matchup. It's like my best switch into Kyurem, it's my best switch into Gardevoir, and so keeping it healthy is important. So, yeah, that's kind of how I feel about it. Yeah. Not really sure what else to say with this. Ferrothorn is like one of the, it's like Gardevoir's threatening, and I gave it max special defense because in rain, like, it can actually kind of deal with Celesteela 1-on-1 if I get a Leech Seed off, because Flamethrower doesn't do that much, and you heal a lot with Leech Seed and Leftovers. So, it like beats Suicune, it can switch into Kyurem, it can switch into Gardevoir, it kind of beats Celesteela. Miltank should be fine against Miltank, unless it runs like Fire Punch or Flamethrower, shouldn't be able to damage it. And then Electabuzz, I don't really know what Electabuzz does, and then, what's the last one? I forget. Roserade, it's like, Roserade I expect will probably have like Hidden Power Fire, but that's okay. Like, I mean, I don't need it to beat everything, but yeah, just a solid switch in general. So, next up we have Landorus. So I was really torn on what to do with Landorus. In the end, I went with Jolly, even though it's like technically less like efficient in terms of your stat points. But the thing is that, Landorus with the Jolly nature outspeeds Modest Gardevoir, and so like I want I decided Jolly was worthwhile because also, I had some help with the team with Pokeaim and Chimpact. Both helped me a lot with just giving me information and stuff. So shout out to those guys. But yeah, Landorus, I chose to go Jolly because it outspeeds Modest Gardevoir. So the only way in which Gardevoir outspeeds Landorus is in case they go Timid. And like in that case, at least we've lowered their damage output enough that like it's fine, you know, because Gardevoir hits really strong, and forcing it to go Timid is worthwhile in my opinion. Landorus hits a lot of these Pokemon really hard, especially at +2. Suicune, for example, hits super hard. Gravity's cool because if you predict the Celesteela switch in and you've chipped it a little bit, Gravity can actually KO Celesteela, which is really cool. And then I'm trying to think what else. Yeah, Z-Fly is super strong, guys. Like, it's like ridiculously strong. I did not believe it. I am not looking forward to this thing being in VGC. Also, for those of you who don't know, this is a draft league. I guess I never talked about this. It's a draft league, so we drafted a pool of 11 Pokemon. You've probably figured that out, but we also drafted one Z Crystal. So, the Z Crystal I drafted was Flyinium Z. And it pairs well with my team because it had like Tornadus, Landorus, and Pelipper. You can see are all flying types, so any of those guys could make good use of the Flyinium Z. Yeah, Gravity, like I mentioned, for Celesteela, Earthquake for strong stab, Fly for Z's fly, and then Swords Dance in case I get an opportunity to sweep. So yeah, and Jolly Nature to outspeed Gardevoir and the rest in attack just because, like, I don't know. That's like, I don't know. Ludicolo, apparently this isn't super common in singles, but Ludicolo is super strong in my opinion. It's a really good VGC mon. Assaultus makes it really bulky on the special side, and it has a nice typing. Like, it's great versus Suicune, for example. Like, that's pretty important. It has good coverage. Scald is just a good move in general. Like, if I can launch enough Scalds and burn enough things, it'll be solid. I like that it can switch into Mega Gardevoir. I was told maybe Focus Blast would be good, but I really hate Focus Blast, so I went with Hydro Pump as my like low accuracy option. I like having 2 water attacks, so I have safe water and like risky water attack. Yeah, I think Ludicolo is a super solid Pokemon. It, like I mentioned, it gives me a switch into Mega Gardevoir, which is really important. And another thing for Suicune, because I can't always switch Ferrothorn in because I might get burnt. So it's nice to have a Pokemon that's special in Grass, so that if he just keeps scalding and I get burned on Ferrothorn, or Ferrothorn goes down for some reason, I do have a secondary option, at least to hit for super effective damage. Yeah. So that's that, and I don't need Ice Beam, I guess. I just have it for, I don't know, I don't remember why I have Ice Beam. Why? It gives me something for Kyurem. If I like maybe I should have put Focus Blast over Ice Beam. What does he have? Oh, Roserade. Yeah, okay, I have Ice Beam, so I can at least hit Roserade, because I do think there's a chance he brings that. Though I'm not positive. Yeah, Ice Beam for Roserade. Scald hits this guy. If you can burn this guy, that's pretty good. And Giga Drain for Disboy, and I don't know what Miltank does, and Scald for Electabuzz. The other important thing to note is that, okay, so let's get to Swampert now. So Swampert's the next one. The thing about Swampert is Mega Swampert superpower after 2 U-turns KOs non-bulky Kyurem. So that's really big. So that's another reason why U-turn. Oh, that's why. I'm so sorry. The reason why we have attack EVs over bulk is because it makes the roll more favorable for U-turn plus superpower to KO Kyurem Black, and that's really nice because Kyurem Black, like I said, hits this team really, really hard. And we like want to get rid of it as soon as possible. Stealth Rocks helps with that. Having strong attacks in general helps with that. Scald Burning can help a lot with that. But at the end of the day, like Superpower is like a fast option that can get rid of Curum, and so like that's why we have attack heavies on Pelipper, because even though we have less defense, also he doesn't have that many physical attackers on his team. Like he almost has 0. Like Celesteela can do it, Curum Black can do it, and that's like kind of it. At least as for what I expect. So yeah. Ludicolo's EVs are just maximized bulk. I think this already outspeeds Mega Gardevoir, and I have Swampert, which I believe I EV to outspeed Aerodactyl. So, yeah. So Swampert moves Waterfall, Earthquake, Superpower. Waterfall and Earthquake are stab. This is strong move. This gets Rain Boost, which is good. Hits the team really well for good coverage, and Superpower is because of Curum Black. Yeah, because like I mentioned, Curum Black is a real threat. I just give it enough speed to outspeed I believe Aerodactyl and Rain, and then enough HP to make sure that sub is divisible by 4 plus 1. So like 4n plus 1, so it's 1 point over, so I can sub 4 times and still have 1 HP left, and then substitute. I was thinking about Yawn, I was thinking about Ice Punch. Ice Punch really isn't needed here. I was thinking about a secondary Stealth Rock user. I was thinking about, that might be it, yeah. But I decided with Substitute because Substitute is a good move and it blocks status, so, and other stuff as well. So that's pretty much it for Swampert. Swampert's really threatening. I expect it to do big work in this game. And last but not least, we have Tornadus. Let me make sure this is still recording. Test. Okay. Last but not least, we have Tornadus. So this is just something I came up with. I don't know if this is. I know this isn't like standard in singles. I don't think, at least. But I thought Bulk Up Tornadus was pretty good here. I don't really know why I came up with this. I just was like, I don't know. There's just like Bulk Up is pretty good. Like he has a couple. Like he has some. His team is really bulky, right? Like if you look at it, he's got Celesteela, he's got Suicune, he's got Miltank, he's got Roserade. And like after a bulk up, so I actually am kind of like, I don't know a lot about singles, but I am kind of proud of what I did here. So let's see. First of all, let's hope it works. But second of all, like, so it's cool because this is a VGC item. I don't know if you guys use this in singles, but I have Papa Berry heals 50% when your HP is below 1/4. So the thing is, like with Celesteela's Leech Seed and like some Pokemon can have Toxic and Thunder Wave and stuff like that. Like Miltank can have Toxic or Thunder Wave. Oh no! Oh no! What just happened? Test. Okay, I don't know what just happened. My computer just spazzed out. I'll wrap this up so it doesn't freak out. But yeah, with like Bulk Up Tornadus, it's cool because if you can, okay, so like versus Pokemon like Miltank, for example, it's probably not going to be doing a lot of damage, so you can substitute in front of it, and then as it like uses a status move, and then you can go for Bulk Up, which is really cool. And like if you can get a substitute up, it's nice because it blocks like Scald Burns and it blocks Toxic and like status in general. And versus a Pokemon like Roserade, we might be able to force it out with a threat of Flying move. So like depending on the situation, you might bulk up first, you might substitute first, but the combination of both I think is pretty threatening. And then +1 Superpower is pretty good. And then what's cool is like I was like Acrobatics is obviously Tornadus' best physical move. But the thing is that like you have to get rid of your item to use it, and we don't have a Tapu to use like a Seed or anything. So I was like, oh, this is cool. Like we can bulk up, we can always sub until we have enough health for Papa Berry help. Okay, I'm gonna stop recording and then start it again. Papa Berry is pretty good because it gives you 50% health. So like with a Pokemon like Tornadus, it's kind of like you get like a free boost, and once you boost it, you get your acrobatics back. Regenerator's also pretty good. So like I don't like you need to bulk up a couple times for Celesteela to not break substitute, which is kind of a pain. But if you can sub with a Leech Seed, Superpower action is a good chunk, especially at +2 or +3. So +1 Acrobatics, I believe KO's Mega Gardevoir if they're not bulky. +1 Superpower does number 2 black, and it just seems a lot of their team for really like good damage, or a lot of his team for really good damage. So I'm just kind of hoping that if I get the opportunity to set up Tornadus, then I'll be able to like. And I believe so. He's making some super nice allowing the sub 4 times and get that health back to Berry. It's also cool because substitute also hyper voice versus my sub and my one is bulk up hyper voice and sub and KO. I made my Berry and then back to KO back. So I might have like